kind of hides a little bit of my mess. All right, so let's talk about this, who I am, what I do. My name is Samantha Segrist, okay? I am a business consultant, author, podcaster, TikToker, YouTuber. I teach people how to do business. I work with people who are small business, big business. I teach them how to grow business. I teach them how to challenge their business concepts to make it into something they never imagined. I've worked with brands as big as major coffee companies that have stores everywhere, all the way to the largest computer developer in the world. This is what I love to do, is those big brands. Now, my passion in life is helping people. So I'm here. I teach people how to do, how to be a business owner, how to grow your business, how to write books, how to work for yourself, all of these things. If you're on YouTube, you're going to notice this right here. That's because I'm also live on TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, you really should. It's the old YouTube name, tired_mama. So let's go ahead and start about this game. I grew up in the 90s. I'm born in 1983. Yes, that makes me 37. But we are going to look at these super fun games. I purchased this at Michael's. It is the 90s board game. Totally 90s. Totally 90s. I pointed out a few minutes ago in here, there are some great things on this board. So we have Trolls. We have, oh, y'all can't even see that. Power Rangers, Nintendos. Who remembers these shoes and that dog? Beepers. Who would even know what a beeper was today? 35 millimeter film. Turntables. These hats when they first came out. And this one, if you can't see this one, Tamagotchis. Hello, Monique. How are you? If you remember anything that I just said out loud, can you please put a 1 in the chat? Let me know that you are a 90s kid, 90s teenager. Maybe you are a 90s mom. That's all fine too. We are all a pager. Yes. I didn't have a pager. I had my first cell phone was in college. Yep. See, I'm excited. See, oh, I'm so excited. Monique, if you're not aware, I'm also live on TikTok, which is like my biggest platform right now. So that's why I'm kind of going back and forth. Let's start with the first question, and we're just going to let the first person who puts it in the chat will get a shout out and go from there. Oh, okay. Here we go. Which 1990 movie was directed by Martin Scorsese, starred Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci? Okay, I'm going to read the question again. In 1990, a movie directed by Martin Scorsese, starred Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci. Goodfellas. Monique has it. Yes, that is Goodfellas. Okay, we're going to go to movies. That was Cultural Affairs. Yep, Jamie had it too. It's Goodfellas. In the U.S., what was the top grossing movie of 1990? There's 3 options: Ghost, Pretty Woman, or Home Alone. The top grossing movie of 1990. Ghost, Pretty Woman, or Home Alone. If you're a 90s kid, you know these. You remember these 3 movies, but which one was the top? Not Home Alone, Jamie. Not this time. Nope. And not Pretty Woman. It's actually Ghost. Ghost was the top answer, the top grossing movie of 1990. I would have picked Pretty Woman or Home Alone, especially like residual income for Home Alone, because it's still such a big movie, but it's definitely Ghost. All right. Let's go to TV. Oh, here we go. This is going to be some true 90s babies. Which legal drama starred Andy Griffith in the central role as a defense attorney? James Allen, fantastic. Hey, Amy. Which legal drama starred Andy Griffith in the central role as a defense attorney? Matlock, Bubbly Chalk got it. Absolutely, Matlock. If you're just coming in and you see me looking at another screen, I am live on YouTube as well. Definitely Matlock. Let's do some music. Y'all, this was the 90s. Like, look at this. Look how colorful and bright everything is. I love it. All right. All right. How many weeks did Don't Speak by No Doubt spend at #1 on the Billboard Top 100 airplay chart? 8, 16, or 32? I'll read it one more time. How many weeks did Don't Speak by No Doubt spend the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 airplay? A, 8, B, 16, or C, 32? Crafty Nurse has it 16 weeks. I remember the song, and I don't remember the song. I do remember No Doubt, though. Here's a sports question. Let's see if you guys can get this one, because I couldn't do any of these. In 1995, which football, they're referring to soccer, player joined Liverpool FC from Nottingham Forest for an English record fee of $8.5 million? Huge kudos. I will follow if anyone knows who this was. I'm going to read it again. In 95, which soccer player joined Liverpool FC from Nottingham Forest for an English record fee of $8.5 million? Stan Collymore, Des Walker, or Nigel Clough? Not Beckham or Beckett. It was actually Stanley Collymore. Never heard of the name before. I agree, James Allen. I agree 100% that the sports questions are hard. All right. We're just going to keep going in order. What children's show first aired in 1997 was aimed at preschool children but had a cult following amongst students? Teletubby, Rainbow, or In the Night Garden? We'll read it one more time. What children's show that first aired in 1997 was aimed at a preschool children's age, but had a cult following amongst students? Teletubbies, Rainbow, or In the Night Garden? Teletubbies, yes. That show always freaked me out, y'all. I couldn't get into the Teletubby thing. It's funny, though, that kids even now, they know who the Teletubbies are. All right. Which band sung 3 songs featured in the 1998 movie Armageddon? We all remember the Armageddon movie. Okay. #1, Aerosmith. #2, Green Day. #3, Radiohead. All right. Which band sung 3 songs featured in the 98 movie Armageddon? Aerosmith, Green Day, or Radiohead? James Allen has it. It is Aerosmith. I will never forget going to the theater to see that movie. It was amazing. Here's my question, real quick, slightly off topic. Why don't they make movies that good anymore? Or am I just biased? Because I don't feel like there's movies that are that good or that interesting that come out anymore. Okay? I just don't. Yes, Liv Tyler was in it. Which country were the beaten finalists of the 94 Soccer World Cup? Who lost the 94 Soccer World Cup? I wouldn't have known that. Yeah, Monique, I don't go to the movie theaters either. It's always boring. It's not Spain. Yeah, I don't have a clue either. It's actually Italy. I agree, but I want to give everybody an opportunity. All right, TV. Oh, here we go. The brutal murder of which character opens the first season of Twin Peaks? Who watched Twin Peaks? The brutal murder of which character opens the first season on Twin Peaks? I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember this show. It's not Polly. It is Laura Palmer. I don't know if I've ever looked at that show. Oh my God. If you can't tell, guys, I have some 90s music playing in the background. All She Wants by Ace of Base is the song right now. That brings back some memories. Here we go. How old was Fiona Apple when she released the debut album Title, which certified platinum? 15, 17, or 21? One more time. How old was Fiona Apple when she released the debut album Title, which certified platinum? 15, 17, or 21? Yeah. Monique and Crafty Nurse have it. She was 17 when that album came out. 17. Who played the role of William Wallace in the 95 Academy Award-winning movie Braveheart? Mel Gibson, Kevin Costner, or Patrick Swayze? I'll say it one more time. Who played the role of William Wallace in the 95 Academy Award-winning movie Braveheart? Mel Gibson, Kevin Costner, or Patrick Swayze? Yep, Mel Gibson, absolutely. Movies question. I don't understand why all the cultural affairs questions are actually movie questions. All right, women, you're going to know this one. If you're just coming in and joining us, we are playing a game about the 90s trivia. What sort of shop does Hugh Grant own in Notting Hill? A bookshop, a florist, or a coffee shop? What sort of shop does Hugh Grant own in Notting Hill? Bookshop, florist, or coffee shop? Bookstore. Disney Star Mom and Crafty Nurse have it. It is and Monique. It is a bookstore. Baby, yeah. I'm gonna skip some of these because they don't even make sense. All right, we're gonna set the sports ones over here. If someone wants to request one, we'll do it. But I can't even say these names. All right, what breed of dog was Wishbone in the children's series Wishbone? Which breed of dog was Wishbone in the children's series Wishbone? I used to have one. I had a dog like Wishbone. I'm so glad you laughed at me, Monique. Yes, Jack Russell Terrier. Absolutely. All right. Which indie band from Manchester, England, was originally known as The Rain? This is a hard one. Guys, this is a hard one, okay? Which indie band from Manchester, England, was originally known as The Rain? When you hear the name, you're going to remember it. Oasis. Oasis. I remember the band Oasis. I'd never heard them called The Rain, though. All right. Ooh, serious question. This is a historical question. So we're going to put our serious faces on. Timothy McVeigh was executed for his role in which 95 attack? World Trade Center, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, or Waco, Texas? What was Timothy McVeigh attached to? What did he do? Yep, Oklahoma. Nope, he was Oklahoma City. And James Allen, I actually just watched a really good documentary about Waco that I didn't know, and I remember when Waco happened. It was all about what was really going on there. Who starred? Good question. Who starred as Eva or Ava in the 96 musical Evita? Madonna, Whitney Houston, or Mariah Carey? Who starred as Eva in the 96 musical Evita? Madonna, Whitney Houston, or Mariah Carey? Madonna. Absolutely, Madonna. Here we go. TV. Which coastal town was Murder, She Wrote set in? Which coastal town was Murder, She Wrote set in? It's not Nantucket. There was a show in Nantucket. It was actually a town called Cabot Cove. Cabot Cove. All right, music. 90s music. Yeah, I used to love watching that show too. If you're just joining us, you don't know what we're doing here. We're just doing some 90s trivia based off this board game that I bought for Christmas. What was the 92 hit by Sir Mix-a-Lot about big butts called? What was the 92 hit by Sir Mix-a-Lot about big butts called? Yes, James, Baby Got Back. Baby Got Back. I remember that. I remember that one. I don't do politics. Remember that, y'all. Ooh, good question. Here we go. In what year was the World Wide Web introduced to the public? 91, 95, or 93? In what year was the World Wide Web introduced to the public? 91, 95, or 93? It was actually 91. 1991 is the year that the World Wide Web went live, or it was introduced to the public. All right, another popular movie. John Travolta, Uma Thurman, and Samuel L. Jackson starred in what iconic 90s film? John Travolta, Uma Thurman, and Samuel L. Jackson starred in which 90s iconic film? Everyone should know this. Yep. Monique and your biggest fan and Disney Star mom. It was Pulp Fiction. This game makes you think back. And it makes the 90s seem like it was so much farther back than real. Like, I feel like this was maybe 10 years ago, but it wasn't. It was way a long time ago. What's the name of the fictional seaside town in which Dawson's Creek was based? Any Dawson's Creek fans? What's the name of the fictional seaside town in which Dawson's Creek was based? I may have been slightly obsessed with that show. Never saw it. I remember I started watching it before everyone got real big into it. It was called Cape Side, Massachusetts. Cape Side. All right, music question. In the music video, Opposites Attract, which cartoon animal does Paula Abdul dance with? Y'all got to think about that one. Back when we did music videos, our generation, and they were good. In the music video, Opposites Attract, which cartoon animal does Paula Abdul dance with? Bonus points for James because it was Scat Cat. Good job. Very good. That's another political question. I don't do politics, y'all. Here we go. Which hip hop artist was shot in a drive-by shooting in Vegas in '96? Notorious B.I.G., Tupac Shakur, Surge Knight. Way round, yeah, I will. Yeah, I will. Matchbox 20. I used to love them. Yep, you guys got it. Tupac. Movies. Oh. Who or what was Casper? Who or what was Casper? Yep, Casper was a ghost. The Friendly Ghost. Oh, this is another one of my shows when I was a kid. Y'all know I have like a weird childhood. Who played the Bundy's daughter, Kelly, in Married with Children? Who played the Bundy's daughter, Kelly, in Married with Children? Yep, Christina Applegate. Very good. Great job. Y'all, it just brings up so many memories. You know, how different TV was back when the 90s were going on, right? And I think about the shows that are taken off the air now. Like, how do some of these people, how are these shows still even available? I used to love this one. Which band released tracks such as Monkey Wrench and Learn to Fly? Which band released tracks including Monkey Wrench and Learn to Fly? This one's a little bit harder. That's okay, because now if they had the same game for the 2000s, I'd be on it. I would know it all because I would sit in my dorm room and watch TV all day, listen to music. Which band released tracks including Monkey Wrench and Learn to Fly? It was not Nirvana. It was actually Choo Choo's mom has it. Slight thank you, Choo Choo's mom, because I saw all of the likes on all like every video I've ever made today from you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It was the Foo Fighters. The Foo Fighters. All right, here we go. Next question. If you're just joining us, we are playing 90s trivia. This is about a cultural affair. Yep, we're not doing that one. I don't do politics if you're new here. I don't talk about politics ever at all. All right, one of my favorites here. George Clooney starred as Dr. Douglas Ross on which TV series from 94 to 99? I really thought that show went longer, though. George Clooney starred as Dr. Ross on which TV series from 94 to 99? ER, Dr. Quinn, or Chicago Hope? ER. Yep, I love that show. ER was amazing. I remember Dr. Quinn, too. My grandma liked that one. I don't remember Chicago Hope, though. But didn't ER go longer than 4 years? They're saying here 95 to 99. Maybe it just went into 2000, into the 2000 area. Is it still on? I know, it wasn't crazy. All right. Movies. Here we go. Which 90s soundtrack holds the title of the greatest selling soundtrack album of all time? Which 90s movie soundtrack holds the album of the greatest selling soundtrack album of all time? Not Michael Jackson. I would have thought the same thing. It is actually The Bodyguard. Oh, that's backwards. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Titanic. I thought everyone had Titanic. This is The Bodyguard was the greatest selling soundtrack. Ha ha ha. Y'all better know this one. If you have anything to do with the 90s and the TV, you better know this one. In which city was the comedy Will and Grace? In which city was the comedy Will and Grace? I'm not even going to give y'all the options. You better know this one. Yep, New York. It was in New York. All right, 90s music. What metal band do these 90s albums belong to? Load, Reload, Garage Inc., and S&M. Don't turn around. What metal band do these 90s albums belong to? Load, Reload, Garage Inc., and S&M. Weird one. I didn't know any of these songs. It's actually Metallica. Metallica. I would have never connected those songs with Metallica, though. Cultural affairs. Ooh, this is hard. Which musical featuring Elton John's music opened in Broadway in 97? That's a hard one. Which musical featuring Elton John's music opened on Broadway in 97? Not Pinball Whiz. It's actually The Lion King. The Lion King opened in 97 on Broadway. Ooh. Disney star mom, you're fixing to be put on the spot. What was the name of Belle's horse in Beauty and the Beast? Felipe, Fred, or Maximus? All right, Beauty and the Beast. What was the name of Belle's horse? Felipe, Fred, or Maximus? James has it. It's Felipe. Felipe. Can I sleep tonight? I will sleep tonight. I at some point have to do a little bit more work though, and then I will be sleeping tonight. That was a movie, so we're going to go to TV. Oh, let's see who can get this one. Which Dawson's Creek actress went on to star in the Hollywood blockbuster Batman Begins? Batman Begins. Oh, you hear the song too, Monique? Don't Turn Around by Ace of Base. Y'all, I used to run the roads when I had my first car, and I blasted this song at the very loud as I could make it. I'm in Alabama. Which Dawson's Creek actress went on to star in the Hollywood blockbuster Batman Begins? Katie Holmes. Yep. Good job. I would have never guessed that because I don't do action movies. Let's see who remembers this one. Which 90s metal band released the songs Break Stuff and Nookie? Which 90s metal band blasted the songs? Y'all, I'm mixing my words up here. Which 90s metal band released the songs Break Stuff and Nookie? Limp Bizkit. Yep. Are they the ones that had the song Scream or like Scream? I just gotta scream. Is that who I'm thinking about? Yep, I don't do political. There's a lot of political questions in here, so I have to put them to the side. We're going to keep putting them to the side. Oh, here we go. Who popularized the hairstyle, the Rachel? What or who popularized the hairstyle, the Rachel? Hi, Catherine. Yep, Jennifer Aniston. I think every female had the Rachel at some point, because I used to get so jealous because I couldn't do it with this head of hair. Ooh. All right, so we just passed up Christmas time. Let's see how many of you watched this movie. In the film Home Alone, what are the names of the burglars? Henry and Malcolm, Harry and Marv, Hugh and Mike. In the film Home Alone, what are the names of the burglars? Henry and Malcolm, Harry and Marv, Hugh and Mike. Yes, they were called the Wet Bandits. Harry and Marv. Yep. Harry and Marv. All right. Some of you may remember this. You're probably going to be a little bit older than me because I didn't get into this one. What city had the Walsh family moved from in the series Beverly Hills 90210? Which city had the Walsh family moved from in the series Beverly Hills 90210? Not Chicago. This one is actually, I think this is hard because you would have to start watching it in the very beginning. It was Minneapolis. Minneapolis. Oh, okay. I said I don't do political, and this is probably the one political question I will say. Why did the name Monica become a household name in 1998? It was not from Friends. I'll say that. Who and why did the name Monica become a household name in 1998? Yep. Monica Lewinsky. Her events. Good way to put it. Good way to put it. All right. On to movies. I don't think anybody's going to get this. I'll read the question, but I don't think anyone's going to get this one. Sick Boy, Big B, Spud, and Tommy are characters of what 96 British film? I'll say these again. Sick Boy, Begbie, Big B, Begbie, Spud, and Tommy are characters in which 96 British film? This one's hard. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. It's not Stand With Me. It is actually Train Spotting. Train Spotting. I've never even heard of it. Actually, no, I don't think so. Ooh. All right, another show that I remember, guys. This is a TV question. In which sitcom would you find the Kelsey Grammer show? Or in which sitcom would you find Kelsey Grammer in the 90s? He had some in the 80s, but which one did you find him in the 90s? Yep. Frasier. Cheers was the 80s. In the 90s, he had Frasier with his brother. Okay. Music. Sheryl Crow sang the theme tune to which James Bond film? Goldeneye, Tomorrow Never Dies, or the world is not enough. Sheryl Crow sang the theme song to which James Bond film? GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, or The World Is Not Enough? Yes, Tomorrow Never Dies. Good job. I wouldn't have known that. I would have never known that. See, I can start singing the song if it comes on, but I wouldn't have been able to keep up with like who's what. What was the name of the cloned sheep which came to the headlines in the UK in 1996? What was the name of the cloned sheep which hit headlines in the UK in 1996? In the Fresh Prince of Belle.